Yeah, because what did I hear, Ron? I heard a story that you were thinking about committing suicide again, and Jay Leno saved you. Is this true? Did I hear this? So explain to me this, because it seems like everything's going good. When did it go bad again?
Oh, it was Jay Leno saved me in my 20s by accident twice.
By accident twice. That's Jay Leno.
He didn't know he saved me. I told him. Once things got good, I went and told him these, first one story, which I guess he told on the Stern. He apparently tells it a lot, but he didn't know that he had actually saved me once before when I was a comic in New York, and he had saved my life but didn't know it then, so I'd only told him the one time, and then years later I told him the second time. I went over to his office and was like, you actually saved me twice, and I don't know, I was just kind of saving the other one, I didn't want to overwhelm you. The first time I told him about the first one, Jay I love this guy, but he's very odd, I mean, you see that everybody says, like, he's very detached, and because when I told him this story, he and I said, it was like I tried to kill myself on Christmas Eve, and I tried to hang myself in my girlfriend's apartment, and the gallows I had rigged up came. He called right as I was about to jump off the bathtub.
And you're like, oh, it's Jay. I better take this.
I better put this off for a minute.
That's exactly what happened. He was on the answering machine, which was on the floor because the bathroom led to the closet, and the answering machine was on the floor, and I was like barefoot on the edge of the tub, and the machine picked it up, and I hear this, hey, Mrs. Zimmerman, listen, your friend Kevin Rooney is over here. It's Christmas, and I hear you might be a little have the kind of the Christmas blues, and so I thought you might like to come up to my house and spend Christmas here with us. Come on, pick up. I know you're there. He told me. I know you're in there. Come on now. Come on, pick up. Don't start with me now. You pick up the phone. And I'm sitting there with this homemade gallows. And I decide, well, gee, I've never been to Jay's house.
Oh, my God.
And I'm shit-faced drunk. I mean, absolutely so drunk. And I go, well, I should at least talk to him. So I try to manipulate the phone with my foot, but still stay with the other foot on the edge of the tub. And, of course, I flip the phone up, slip off the bathtub. The thing is still around my neck. It pulls down, and the ceiling of the bathroom comes down on my fucking head. And so much that you can actually like see through the floorboards to the apartment above, and the people up there are screaming at me, and I'm laying on the floor with all this drywall, covered in drywall, drunk, and I'm on the phone going, give me the address. I'll come over, and he gives me the address, and now there's people banging on the door of the apartment. It was a first floor apartment on Crescent Heights, which is a big street here, and the manager and the tenants, people are from upstairs, they're all banging on the thing and screaming and yelling and so I, of course I do the honorable thing. I get up covered with drywall and water, and I'm like a total mess, drunk as can be. I grab my bottle of Jack Daniels, climb out the window. I climb out the window and run down the street, jump in my car and drive away and leave everything there.
Yes.
Very. Yeah, I would have done the same.
And you went to Jay's.
Yeah, I would.
And then I start driving to Jay's, and I'm driving up. He lives up in this place, Nichols Canyon. He lives, and I'm driving up there, and I can't find this place to save my life, literally, and I get furious. I get into this drunken like road rage where I'm bashing my head into the steering wheel. I pull over because I can't find the house. I'm smashing my head into the steering wheel as hard as I can, and my head is bleeding. And I'm drinking the Jack Daniels, and I'm going, God damn it, why? Everything I tried turns out shit. I hate you, God, I hate you. Look at what you've done now. Why won't you just let me kill me? And I'm crying. I'm so drunk. I'm like sobbing and crying, and I'm like, I'll never find this fucking house. I hate everything. I just want to die. Why won't someone kill me? And I'm smashing my head into the wheel, and then I just start crying, and then I look up, and I'm right in front of his house.
He locks the door.
Oh, man. And of course, a typical, like, drunk person reaction. Oh, wow. He's right here. I just get out of the car. That's how close I am. I get out of the car and walk up to the gate, and Buzz walk in, and there's his whole family, or his wife's whole family is there.
You've still got a sheet
and
on.
One friend of mine, and they're all sitting in the living room with a huge Christmas tree, and it's very festive, and there's a little girl playing the violin. This girl who grew up to be a pretty well-known violinist. She was like a child prodigy named Lily Hayden. And, she was a little kid, 8 or 9 years old, and she's playing these beautiful Christmas songs on the violin. I go in, and I'm obviously, like, my head's bleeding and stuff, and I'm covered in stuff, and he looks at me and, well, I guess you caught some snow driving up here? Yeah, something like that. I don't feel very good, Jay. He goes, well, are you going to show up or anything? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. And he goes, well, why don't you sit over there next to my wife's grandma? I go over and I plop down on this couch, and I'm listening to this girl. I'm shit-faced, and his wife comes over with a towel, like a wet towel, and puts it on my head and goes, you're bleeding. Yeah, probably. And she puts this thing on my head, and I listen to this kid playing the violin for about 3 minutes, and put my head on her grandmother's shoulder and pass out.
Oh, man.
I'm sure maybe.
And I wake up at like 5 in the, just at sunrise, whenever, and there's nobody there. I'm on the couch. There's a blanket on me. I have a terrible headache, and I'm just like, man, I got to get out of here. I don't want to talk to anybody now. And I go sneaking out, and so Jay accidentally saved my life.